and I'd like to welcome you to the final concert in our Come Here NC series. This series has been funded by the North Carolina Arts Council and AARP North Carolina. In this series, we've explored the roots of American music and the many contributions made by North Carolina musicians. And this evening I have with me two musicians who are part of the group who will be performing this evening. I have Chiaki Ito and Zach Hanner with me. Greetings.
Hi. Hi, September. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. We're excited to hear this concert. Unfortunately, we weren't able to schedule a live performance with the group, but you did a fabulous job recording with the collective. Can the two of you tell us a little bit about each other? I know that you knew each other before getting together for this collective that's performing.
That's right. Chiaki and I met in high school. We both attended Governor's School West in Winston-Salem in the choral music department, and she sat right in front of me, and I would harass her and mercilessly and pull her pigtails like a teenage boy does. Mm-hmm. And then we went to college together, and then when did you move to Wilmington, Chiaki? It was while I was living in New York, I think.
92, 93.
Oh, no. So it was before that, huh? Yeah, so maybe it was like before I left for New York that we kind of reconnected. But yeah. And we've done theatrical productions together, and I've sat in with LaCi before for a show downtown a few years ago. So yeah, it's been nice to have reconnected and certainly work on this project together.
Yeah, I love that thought of the two of you having such a long history with singing, and then also knowing each other, watching each other grow up and change as musicians, I'm sure, over the years with the different projects that you've been involved with. And so you have, as you mentioned, there's LaCi as a group, Chiaki, that you have been part of for a long time. But what we're hearing tonight is a concert by the LaCi Collective. Can you guys tell us a little bit about the ensemble of musicians that you've gathered for this performance?
So I gathered up the vocalists. Originally, LaCi is I created LaCi with LaCi Dion, who is one of my very best friends and an amazing singer. And we were supposed to do this project before the pandemic hit. And then she moved to Detroit to pursue a master's degree. And so when you called and said, oh, we're still doing this project, I called Zach. And I said, Zach, hey, do you want to do this project with me? And so he said, yes. So he contacted the instrumentalists, and I got the singers. We've got Tarsha Murphy, who sings for Port City Shakedown, and she sang with us before as LaCi the band. And then Jenny was one of our singers from an a cappella group that I have called the Wilmingtons. Mm. And so I asked her to come on board and sing with us. And then Zach can talk about the instrumentalists.
Sure. Our drummer, who also did the audio recording, JJ Street. We were very lucky to get him on board. Not only is he a real pro when it comes to drumming, but had enough working knowledge of a live recording that we were able to get a really nice separate audio stream to match with the video. Joan Smith played the upright bass, and he is also the bass player in my Hawaiian band, the Howleys. And then Wes Chappell, I actually only met a few months ago when he came to sit in with the Howleys for a few shows. And Wes is retired here from Roanoke, Virginia. He ran a music store up there for a number of years, and as a result can play nearly anything. So it's
And
really amazing to have somebody like him come in who can play the fiddle, the mandolin, this wind, electric horn that's called a wind controller. So it can sound like a saxophone or a trumpet or a horn section.
He has the coolest gadgets.
Yeah, and also is a really
an
talented
amazing
too.
musician.
And then of course Chiaki, playing piano and ukulele, rounded out the sound of the group nicely. And man, the singers were just tremendous. So I was very pleased at what we were able to do with only 2 4 5 hour rehearsals. And it helped again that we brought in real pros to hit on this.
Yeah, absolutely. I know.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I guess, the beauty of being online and being able to gather like this, the technology is great, but I've lost you for a moment there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's essentially, I was just saying it was so nice to have such amazing pros who we were able to whip into shape in just a few short hours of rehearsal. And then, everybody went home and did their homework. And so when we actually went into the production and recording process, that was, it took longer than we had thought initially, but when you consider how much we got done, 15 songs in 2 days, you typically don't do that in a recording studio. So
yeah, the group, you pulled off a fabulous concert, and I truly wish that we could be in person with you. We will be seeing this footage from the reception hall here at the Cameron, where you recorded about a month ago. And I was wondering, as I was in and out and listening to the songs and then also hearing the recording, I wondered what it was like for you to select the different songs that you are performing. So how did you go through that process?
How did we do that? We had a brainstorming session at Zach's house one day, and we just said, I guess we just started off with what kind of music do we like, and what kind of musicians do we like from North Carolina, and we just came up with
we had a really long list that we whittled down to probably a couple of dozen. And then after that, we figured going in a sort of chronological order might be, interesting to kind of see, because, recorded music didn't really start happening until the early 20th century. And so we picked kind of folky tunes that went into jazz, that went into rock and roll, that went into the folk revival, that went into modern alternative country, and then back into retro acts like, Squirrel Nut Zippers and Carolina Chocolate Drops, which kind of, without saying so, brought the whole story full circle.
So it sounds like we are in for a concert that has a wide variety of songs, and we'll go ahead and let everyone hear the concert, but invite folks to stay tuned through to the end. And then if you have any questions to ask Chiaki or Zach, we'd love to hear your voices as we have a Q&A at the end of the concert.
Look forward to it.
All right.
ago, on a cold dark night, someone killed my town hall light. There were few on the scene, many disagree that the slayer who ran was blind me. Now the judge said, son, what's your alibi? You were somewhere else where you won't have to die. Spoke not a word, though it meant my life, for I've been in the
a letter this morning, I do. You rang it red. You said, honey, girl, your love is dead. I got a letter this morning. How do you ring it red? You know, sir, hurry, hurry. I call the girl, your love is dead.
They won't know what route I'm going. When I'm dead and in my grave, no more good time will I crave. Oh, place the stone at my head and feet, tell them all I've gone to sleep. When I die, Lord, bury me deep, way down on old Chestnut Street, so I can hear road number 9 as she goes rolling by. When I die, Lord, bury me deep, way down on old Chestnut Street, oh, I can hear old number 9 as she goes rolling by. Freight train, run so fast. Freight train, run so fast. Oh, please don't tell what train I'm on. They won't know what route I'm on. So they won't know what route I'm on. Know what it means to be Oh, how sweet it could be if I found I could fly. Will I soar to the sun and look down at the sea? Then I'll sing, 'cause I know. Then I'll sing, 'cause I know. Then I'll sing, 'cause I know. Then I'll sing, 'cause I know how it feels to be free. Everybody's doing a brand new dance now. Come on, baby, do the locomotion. I know you get to like it if you give it a chance now. Come on, baby, do the locomotion. My little baby says I can do it with me. It's easier than letting your ABC. So come on, do the locomotion with me. You gotta swing your hips now. Come on. Jump up, jump in. Well, now I think you got the name. Whoa, whoa, now that you can do it, let's make a change now. Come on, baby, do the locomotion. I chug a motion like a railroad train now. Come on, baby, do the locomotion. Do it like they need me, don't lose control. A little bit of rhythm and a whole lot of soul. So come on, do the locomotion with me. Whoa, 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 move around the floor in a locomotion. Come on, baby, do it holding hands if you get the notion. Come on, baby, there's never been a dance that's so easy to do. It even makes you happy when you're feeling blue. So come on, do the locomotion with me. So come on, do the locomotion with me.
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. Darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Won't you stand by me? When the sky that we look upon should stumble and fall, and the mountain should crumble that you stand by me. Darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Won't you stand by me. Darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Won't you stand by me. Whenever you're in trouble, won't you stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Won't you stand by me. Won't you stand by me. just like a friend of mine to hit me from behind. Yes, I'm going to Carolina in my mind. Karen, she's a silver sun, best walk away and watch her shine, and watch her watch the morning come. Silver chair appearing, now I'm crying, ain't I? Going to Carolina in my mind. Ain't no doubt in no one's mind, her love's the finest thing around. Whisper something soft and kind. Hey babe, the sky's on fire, I'm dying, ain't I? Going to Carolina in my mind. In my mind, I'm going to Carolina. Can't you see the sunshine? Can't you just feel the moonshine? And ain't it just like a friend of mine to hit me from behind? Yes, I'm going to Carolina in my mind. Dark inside late last night, I think I might have heard the highway call. Geese in flight and dogs that bite. Signs it might be omens, say I'm going, ain't I? Going to Carolina in my mind. With a holy host of others standing around me, still I'm on the dark side of the moon. And it seems like it goes on like this forever. You must forgive me if I'm up and going to Carolina in my mind. In my mind, I'm going to Carolina. Can't you see the sunshine? Can't you just feel the moonshine? Ain't it just like a friend of mine to hit me from behind? Yes, I'm going to Carolina in my mind. 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 Say nice things about me, I'm going back town. Say nice things about me in my mind. Going to Carolina in my mind. Going to Carolina in my mind.
Drumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. I heard he sang a good song. I heard he had a style. And so I came to see him and listen for a while. And there he was, this young boy, a stranger to my eyes, strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words,
I went down to Houston and I stopped in San Antonio. I passed up the station for the bus, trying to find me something, but I wasn't sure just what. Man, I ended up with pockets full of dust. So I went on to Cleveland and I drove myself insane. Bought a bark suit and learned to dance. I was spending money like the way it likes to rain. Man, I ended up with pockets full of candy. Oh, my sweet Carolina, what compels me to go? Oh, my sweet disposition, may you one day carry me home. I ain't never been to Vegas, but I've gambled up my life, making newsprint boats, raised in sewer mains, trying to find me something, but I wasn't sure just what. Ain't it funny how some things never change? Oh, my sweet Carolina, what compels me to go? Oh, my sweet disposition, may you one day carry me home. Up here in the city, feels like things are closing in. Sunset's just my light bulb burning out. I miss the country and I miss my family. They say the sweetest winds they blow across the sound. Oh, my sweet Carolina, what compels me to go? Oh, my sweet disposition, may you one day carry me home. May you one day carry me home.
Sunburn had burned my eyes, burned so hard I thought I'd die. Thought I'd died and gone to hell, looking for water from a deeper well. I went to the river, but the river was dry. To the hold my hand. It's a long way down, a long way down. Hold my hand. Oh baby, it's a long way down. Hold my hand. Oh baby, it's a long way down. Hold my hand. Oh baby, it's a long way down. Come on now, hold my hand. Oh baby, it's a long way down, a long way down.
In the afterlife, you will be headed for the serious side. Now you make the scene all day, but tomorrow there'll be hell to pay.
In the afterlife, you'll be headed for a serious fight. Now you make the scene all day, but tomorrow there'll be hell to pay.
Now people listen attentively, I mean about future calamity. I thought that the idea was obsolete until I heard the old man talking to me. In the afterlife, you will be headed for the serious side. Now you make the scene all day, but tomorrow there'll be hell to pay.
In the afterlife, you'll be headed for a serious fight. Now you make the scene all day, but tomorrow there'll be hell to pay.
This is a place where eternally fire is applied to their body. Teeth are extruded and bones are ground and made into pigs that are massed around. In the afterlife, you will be headed for the serious side. Now you make the scene all day, but tomorrow there'll be hell to pay.
In the afterlife, you'll be headed for a serious fight. Now you make the scene all day, but tomorrow there'll be hell to pay.
Beauty, talent, fame, money, refinement, top skill and brains. All the things you tried to hide will be revealed on the other side. In the afterlife, you will be headed for the serious time. Now you make the scene all day, but tomorrow there'll be hell to pay.
In the afterlife, you will be headed for a serious fight. Now you make the scene all day, but tomorrow there'll be hell to pay.
Now the D and the A and the M and the N and the A and the T and the I, oh hey. Lose your face, lose your name. You will be fitted for a suit of blame. In the afterlife, you will be headed for the serious time. Now you make the scene all day, but tomorrow there'll be hell to pay. In the afterlife, you will be headed for the serious time. Now you make the scene all day, but tomorrow there'll be hell to pay. Floats along, hair so fair and skin so soft. she's my precious pearl, my Wrightsville Beach Wahine girl. With sweet eyes of green, she cruises on the waves so clean, and she has no fear when she shoots the curl at Mercer's Pier. You might think that you've seen her surfing down by the Sun Spring. You thought her smile was for your eyes, but her smiles are all for me. Well, there's a steel drum band that floats a melody across the sand, and the dolphins play in the green waves up Shell Island Way. In the summer heat, the cool Atlantic, it just can't be beat, and we laugh and play all up and down the shores of Onslow Bay. The sun plays on her freckles as the stars blaze in her eyes, as she wraps me in her loving arms as the tide is on the rise. Well, there's a warm spring wind before the tourist season starts again, and it gets packed till dawn, and there ain't a single place to park. But no matter where, my sweet Wahine comes and finds me there, and we'll spend our days in a dance up on the Wrightsville Way, and our love will grow whether the tide is lying high or low, 'cause she's my precious pearl, my Wrightsville Beach Wahine girl.
I've been ain't quite nothing like living in the South. Honey, shut your mouth. I am a country girl. I'm a country girl.
Wow,
Well,
that was incredible.
that was fun. That was fun listening to that again.
You look
Yeah,
like you were
yeah,
having
super
fun.
fun.
Yeah. And everyone in the group, it was wonderful to see at the end a little bit of information about the performance that were part of the collective. You are a really dynamic group.
Thank you.
So,
Well, Chiaki has a great eye for talent, with all of her different pursuits in theater and stuff. So, she found Tarsha and Jenny, and that's so much of what made the show super special. Those gorgeous voices harmonizing.
Well, it wouldn't have happened without you, Zach, and the multitude of musicians that you put together. I mean, those guys are amazing, amazing. And you too, you personally, Zach, thank you. You are amazing.
Thanks for asking me to do it. It was a lot of fun.
and you put together such a dynamic collection of music. I mean, you really brought us across so many different genres, all connected to North Carolina, but just a wide variety. What was it like to have to go through so many different genres of music over the course of, just 2 recording sessions?
I have a very eclectic taste in music to begin with. I grew up in a family that was a bluegrass and gospel family. As soon as I discovered rock and roll, I wanted nothing to do with country music. And then later on, learning to play the guitar, country music is like the easiest thing to learn, 3 chords and the truth. So I rediscovered and, redeveloped the love for that. And great indicator of the different cultures of North Carolina and how they all kind of contribute to this sound that is kind of undefinable. You know, we saw there's bluegrass, there's folk music, there's rock and roll, there's jazz, there's R&B. You know, it's all here. And again, which it started out with search engines. We were like, hey, who are people from North Carolina that we can call on? And then whittling it down, and again, like you said, finding a diverse selection. We wanted to show all those things.
I thought it was very it kept everything exciting, and you know, if it wasn't for the musical talents of all the people that were involved, I mean, you know, you can't just I don't know. I just had a really good time doing this project.
And I can't say enough about West Chapel. I mean, people were commenting on the thread about how you know, how he plays so many instruments. It would have been really challenging to do Country Girl without that fiddle, or to do any of the R&B songs, or Stand By Me without the horn, the Squirrel Nut Zipper song without, you know, that crazy cool synthesizer horn of his. And you know, he really allowed us a whole lot of diversity just by being, you know, able to have a soloist who can do so many different things. The Swiss Army knife is what I like to call it.
Well, it really is just a multi-talented group that you gathered together for this performance, and an excellent way to close out the Come Here series, because it was so diverse in terms of the, you know, musicians that you selected. And you played some songs that I'm sure all of us know, like the work by Stand By Me, or Roberta Flack. You know, what is it about some of those songs that make them so timeless? What is it about those songs?
Well, certainly, you know, thematically, I think everyone can appreciate a song that's about faithfulness. You know, Stand By Me is all about I'll be okay as long as I have you. You know, no matter what goes on, I'll be all right if you stand by me. And Killing Me Softly, I mean, who hasn't had a passionate love for someone and felt that longing that Roberta Flack, and Tarsha for that matter, so gorgeously exemplified in the emotions of their voices. So, you know, I think we can all relate to that. And then when it's put together in such a beautiful way, you know, it sticks in your head.
And so Chiaki, I know in your background you have directed a lot of musical shows here in Wilmington. We've been able to enjoy you here now with this collective. Anything that you know about shows or things in the coming future? Anything that you've heard for the coming months?
I think with the pandemic, they're taking it slowly. I just did an opera house production of Rocky Horror on the steps of Thalian Hall, outside, socially distanced, and that went over well. And I think they're also doing production of Piano Men out at the Blockade Runner. So everything's outside. So we're trying to figure out a way to safely bring live theater to people, but it's going to have to be outside, and, you know, social distancing and masks, you know, place.
Yeah, it taps into your creativity to find solutions right now so that we can still enjoy the performances.
Yeah, the performers in Rocky Horror all had face shields on, and we thought that was appropriate because, you know, the people in Rocky Horror are from outer space, so kind of fit.
So it added to the costume in some ways.
Oh,
Right.
That was intentional.
And Zach, are there some things that we have ahead for you on the horizon that we can look out for?
Well, not musically, unfortunately. As Chucky said, I do a lot of, I play at a lot of local bars and breweries and places like that, and they've been attempting to keep things outside too. And with the cooler weather coming on right now, I don't have any bookings scheduled. Which honestly, is fine. I enjoyed the first 2 months of the quarantine because I spent a lot of time playing music. Because I'm like, I have this time on my hands. I should be using it, creatively. And I've been writing some, and I've been working on a play, writing a play. I got some video projects lined up. As a writer and a producer. So, I'm staying busy, but, like every other performing artist, we're really missing people. As an actor, I know theater is probably going to be one of the last things that comes back from this. But at the same time, I'm trying to utilize this time to improve, to read, to learn. And then I think when things do finally start coming back, you're going to see a bunch of people and a lot of our friends really excitedly coming back into rehearsing and performing again. I think we all miss it a great deal.
Yeah. Yeah, it was interesting to read a little bit about each of the artists that you were selecting and to dip into their backgrounds and almost, what were some of the places that sort of cultivated music for them? Was it in their home or like some of the last groups where almost the setting in college was a place that became a place for growth and musical exchange? Where are the places that you two find that sort of connection and interaction with musicians? Where do you go for growth and melding together with others?
Well, my place was the theater, but and the band, LaCi. A couple years ago, I put together an a cappella group called the Wilmingtones. But really all of that kind of the performance part has ceased for now. So I'm very thankful that you have given us this opportunity to perform and to make music. I didn't realize how much I missed it.
And for me, I've been a professional actor since graduating from college, and then I started the Howleys 18 years ago, and shortly after that, my wife and I adopted our son, and music became a great alternative way to get out my desire to perform. That wasn't quite as involved as 5 to 6 weeks of rehearsals and 3 to 4 weeks of shows and doing a play. So I would, I'd do one production a year if I could, and then and then playing music allowed me to rehearse when I wanted to, perform when I could, and it also I think it informed my stage work as an actor too. And they're very different disciplines, but they're both equally fun. And I grew up singing in the choir with my family, so it's always been something that I've loved doing, and now I get to do it with some really wonderful people. That was another great thing about this group of performers that we worked with. Everybody's attitude and work ethic was just top notch. Everyone came prepared, and then our rehearsals were very they were intense, but we got a lot of work done in a very short period of time, and that's a lot. It says a lot about the professionalism of all the people that we selected for the group, and the vibe was great, and I loved working with all those guys, and would absolutely do so again.
And I guess that's one other thing that I was wondering. Is there something in the future, maybe for LaCi Collective? I know Chiaki LaCi was a group that you had before, but now you have this amazing ensemble of musicians who can pull off everything from country and bluegrass to blues and folk and rock. So anything for the future?
I was just texting JJ, the drummer, and he said, let's, maybe we could do this, once the pandemic's kind of settled down, maybe we could play out sometime, because it's such an eclectic, awesome, bunch of songs that you probably won't hear when you're going out to see, another band. So.
Right.
Yeah, I would love to. We have an hour already. It wouldn't take too much to add another dozen songs. Again, with the level of professionalism that we have amongst our musicians, I think it would be great. Of course, my wife might disagree that another band would be good for me, but I've already pressed it beyond two once before, and
What's one more?
But no, I loved it. I love playing all of this kind of music, and everybody brings their own little particular talent to each different genre, and absolutely. If the opportunity presented itself, which hopefully it will, I'd love to do it again.
Well, I want to thank both of you and thank the collective of musicians. You really did give us an experience from the mountains to the coast in that 1 hour of music. And I know that the Cameron will be excited to have you here as soon as we can have that opportunity again.
Well, thanks, September, and thanks to Grant for running the live broadcast tonight, and to everyone at Cameron Art Museum, and come here and see. We're very grateful for your support in this, and it's always a wonderful thing to collaborate with the Cameron Art Museum, and I encourage everybody out there to visit when you can, and support the Cameron for all the wonderful stuff it does for our community.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I'm watching for any questions. I think folks have just enjoyed the music, and you're going to send them off singing for the rest of the evening. So thank you both so much.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too.